Okay, we're back. So we are going to go over how to create a new objective, and we're going to touch on each one of these points: task, Google Classroom assignment, and EndQuest. So, like I said, my overall story is the search for the atomic fairy. So I'm going to click on task as one. So, like I was saying before, quests are a great way to address all of your learners in one go. They can choose a path that is aimed particularly at someone who is more of a intrapersonal, or someone who is more adept to linguistics or literature. Another person could be logical, mathematic, or scientific. Um, Another would be more tactile or spatial, where they would like to prefer more artistic methods. It's up to you how many paths you want to make to address any types of learning styles. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going to go through one learning style in a video, and then the final product will have maybe two, three more paths, um, depending how much material I have, and it'll have the different parts, different pathways on how to address each specific learning style. So I'm biased, so I am a visual learner, so a visual tactile learner. So I will be showing you different technological tools to help your visual learner. So that's videos, that's video games, um, that's also things like if you want to do an assessment, you will want to do maybe a quizzes or a Kahoot, um, something like that to stimulate their to stimulate that learning style for their success. So let's start with task. So you have to, every objective, every activity name, you have to give it a title. So they gave you an example of the relics of the Highclere Castle. I am probably butchering that name, but you know what? You got it, I believe. So since this is an ethereal fantasy world, we're going to go with the first one. That's something. Ah, I know. Trapped in the crystal orb. Or, let me see something. I am a Henson girl. Trapped in the dark crystal. Ooh, that's a good one. Trapped in the dark crystal. All right. So, we're going to click on task. And then as the task, they say you are giving your different tabs. Okay. So, like I was saying, this is Quest gives you a great opportunity to address the four C's: um, critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. You can address all four if you want. We are going to be focusing mostly on communication and collaboration. You might see a little bit of critical thinking here and there, but the main focus is I like to use technology to bring my class closer together. So I try to use technology as much as I can to increase communication between students, as well as between the student and myself. I like to increase a lot of collaboration and group work, where the kids have to engage with one another, and not just their friends. They have to engage with people they didn't think they would be engaging with in a million years. So we're going to be dealing with that. So again, you have to write a fictional story to push on the objective. That's the first tab. The next tab is the actual task. You are giving the students the directions. What are the directions to the task that they are doing? And then you are putting the assignment in. So enable assignments allow students to upload an assignment. So let's say you have an assignment that they can upload via the discussion page. That's the class discussion. Allows students to have a class discussion about the objective. So they can do a KWL sheet. Your task could be, give me, write a KWL on what do you know about the atom? What do you know about, like, what do you know about atoms, elements, and molecules? That's the KWL sheet. So it'll appear up in here like this is just what the teacher sees, and I'll show you what the student sees once it forms. And then this tab right here, the discussion tab, can tell you that if you want to take it a step further like I am, and I'm going to write in a task, the kids can comment on each other's KWL sheet, and you know, they can have a class discussion on what they know, what they want to know, and eventually they're going to see this KWL sheet again at the end of the quest, and they're going to put in their learn, and they're going to have this class discussion carry through the whole quest. At the same time, if you carry the class discussion through the whole quest, students can tell other students, oh, this activity is boring, don't do this one, or this activity is really fun, do this activity. They can tell other kids, you know, which path to take as a suggestion, or they can point in direction where the kids what they had trouble with, and they can bring up questions to their other peers in the class discussion, and they can help each other work out the answers. I think it's really great. So I just wanted to point that out. And then lastly, the progression. So if you want to make it self-paced, you just click on this, and it says allow students to automatically proceed to the next objective upon completing the task or the assignment. You also can reward them points. I'm going to say I'm going to have this as the same 150 every time, so I can just keep it consistent. I don't have to worry about it. So like I said, you can also make this goal oriented, where they have to meet certain levels, and you state that in the task area, where you tell them what to do. But if you want it to be completely student driven, you can click on the pace of self-paced progress throughout the whole performance, and you can keep track of each assignment task sheet as they go on, so you know if they're meeting your directions of your task. So you're good to go. All right, I'm gonna put this in quickly. So I'm gonna say the first task is to watch the video of atoms, make a KWL sheet, excuse me. So tell me what you know. I'm going to say, tell me what do you know? Okay. Create a task. In the assignment area. So the assignment will be make a KWL L on atoms, atoms, I want to say molecules, molecules. Ooh, you're learning I can't spell. It's awesome. Great. Molecules. That's why we have spell check. Molecules and compounds. Okay. Make a KWL on atoms, molecules, and compounds. This is why I tell you to focus on being very descriptive in your tasks, because the kids will ask you like, well, what do you mean? Da, da, da. You can also, the great thing about this is you can also put a list, you can put images, you can put videos, you can put links, insert equations, tables, alignments, and horizontal rulers. You can make this full screen if you want. We're going to insert a table, 2, 3 columns, insert. All right, so they're going to use this as their KWL chart, and they can use that as a growth set if they want. Okay, so we gave them the model of what they need to use, so they're going to make a KWL chart on what they know. Ooh, get rid of this space. What is happening? Spacing is not my friend right now. What they know, what they wonder, what they learn. And then afterwards, I'm going to insert a video. And then my second part will be based off of the video, right in the discussion category, a question to the class that you would like to have answered. And then I'm going to add as another task later on in the quest what do they think the answer is and the methods on how they would answer. Okay, so the next video is you're going to see an example from a friend that I have that I borrow a lot of his quests from, and just see the end result and see the path works of that. All right, okay, we're going to walk through what those tasks look like. Okay, see you then.